Welcome back, everyone. 皆さん、おかえりなさい。今日は211日目です。It is day 211. 2 days out from our new lesson. I have a few things to go over. Yesterday we had quite a few review stuff that requires some TLC. Let's see. Saiwai, right? Saiwai. Ugh. That's good enough. Saiwai. How did this work? Decided to do... Huh. Was she... Okay, so... Sai... Washira... Washira... Sa? Shirase. Shirase... Shiarase. Yeah, Shiarase... The happiness. Oh? Yes. Hmm. Tenimots, right? Tenimots. Oops. Hand baggage. What changed here? Just the Nemots. Need to make sure our luggage doesn't end up in the mots along the countryside. Yeah. Chi. Yeah, chi. You gotta be careful. Right. Sa. Chi. Oops. Did I do anything for this? Not really. Other than... Oh, it's because of the pivot extended meaning. Inference? Oh, something like... Satsuki. Satsuki infer by guessing and knowing, guessing and knowing that it was cheese all along. Something like that. 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 something like that That's a little angled. It's fine. Boozy. Boozy. Nothing plus thing. I mean, safe and sound. Just when you think you're safe and sound, a cow comes out to boo and sends you to Jesus. Yeah, that's what I decided. All right, that's fine. Those are pretty good. All right, let's get to our things today. Lots to do, lots to do. I think most of the stuff is new. Maybe some few burns here and there. Yume. Nope. Muchu. Like really passionate about, really wanting. What is the word that they want? Just passionate about, maybe? Oh no, wait. Like care a lot about? Pretty sure this is it, right? I think they use the word crazy about. We're gonna add more. Okay. 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 Aratameru. 埋める 裕福 水害 公害 余計 How did this work? No. Before measure, right? Measure before. It's a very specific word that they... Oh, no, not measure before. This is surplus, right? Surplus measure. Unneeded. Uh-oh. Wait. Junyi. Guess rank is fine. Kaise. Uh-oh.
焼き芋
Yakimo. Hmm.
自在
Izai. Oh no. Wait. Wait. Oh no, this is a burn. Oh no. Wait. I got it. What? Oh.
生
Nama. I missed the ma. Nama. Alright. Oops. Fresh is fine. Okay.
信用
Shinyo. Shinyo. Is this like... Oh no, it's not. Shinyo. Oh no, this is a burn too, right? Oh, this has some meaning weakness. Kare no, right? Kare no kotoba ni wa shinyo ga arimasu. Oh, maybe like a... What? Hmm. No, maybe this isn't a burn. Believe use? Believe task? The heck? I'll have to elaborate on this. I'll move this to the end. Early.
経験
Yakin.
入力
Ryuryoku. What the heck is Nudoku? Enter power. Like, how much just power you use? Oh, this is a burn, isn't it? Koko ni no charu. Sick. Oh my gosh. Why do you do this? Let's just use power, like input entry. Yeah. So it's just to enter. That's fine. I revive that with Chikara when time comes. I don't know.
被害
You guys. What? Okay.
下
Stop.
VIP 多彩
いください。ね。
信号、
信号。Oops. I didn't complete the the thought. Oops.
順番、
順番。
共犯者、
共犯者。
電子機器、
電子機器。え？
圧力、
圧力。Oops.
新人、
新人。Uh-oh.
最後尾、
最後尾。Hold.
防ぐ、
防ぐ。I mean, guard and defend are very, very interchangeable. Oh no. Wait. I want to say... Dang it. No, oh? The Hotoke?
仏、
Oh, wow. Hotoke. Why do I keep thinking immediately that's Hotoke? I need more than this. I think this is gonna disappear. Hotoke is gonna disappear since I don't talk about this or read about this too often. Hotoke. How do we Hotoke this? Hotoke. Started thinking about okay as two things. I could think of kettle and then hoto. Or I guess I can do hotoke with butsu. Okay, we can do like I'm hot. Okay, I'm hot. Okay. Let as he takes off his boots. Butsu. Are there any other reads that no, just Butsu. He said on Otoke. Okay. Okay. Next to punctuations are important. Next to the Buddha. Okay. I don't know if Hotoke is gonna stick for very long as it gets longer and longer. Be a tough one.
在外
Zaigai. This one is a pivot. What? Oh no, it isn't? But this is the one. Is this not? Exists outside, right? Oh no. This is kind of a pivot. Oops, I missed the yes. Kind of a pivot. There are two pivots for extended meanings. Oh. Hmm. Oops.
猫舌
Nekochita. Hmm. How did this work?
O
Oh. Takes a little bit. Takes a little bit. I think having the read mnemonic be the first word is not that great. We gotta put it somewhere in the middle or the end so that there are more contexts. Otherwise, I have to go backwards and I kind of skip over the first word. I'm gonna have to think about that. That seems like a natural tendency at the moment.
経由
Hey. How did this work? Yeah. Okay.
避難
Inan. Uh. All right. Just going over the mnemonic in my head. Let's see.
刺す
That's it.
個室
Shitsu. Did I do anything with Kani? Oh no. Hmm.
確かに
Ashkani. Ugh. I went for it.
特技
Tokugi. Okay. I want to just type this. Okay, it's not that. Oh. Whoops.
絡む
That was a typo. To involve? To be involved with. Sure. Dang it. Did not pay off. Gut feeling did not pay off. So let's go through this too.
Kuaeru.
What did it?
Liron.
Riron. Riron. Okay.
Sonzai.
Sonzai.
Jishin.
Ishin.
Jagaimo.
Akaimo.
Zairyu.
Zairyu. This is the other extended.
Ikko.
Ikko.
Yoyu
Yoyu. Oops.
Chisai jun.
Chisai jun. This is a burn. Whoops. Okay. Good burn. Good burn.
祭祀
Nice.
昼
Hiru. I don't know if this is a burn or not. Okay. Afternoon and noon. Okay. I still want to YOLO? Okay, YOLO doesn't work. Okay. E in surplus.
Amaru.
Maru.
Kojin.
Kojin. Yeah, this reminds me of private, how private works. Okay.
Oshiri.
Oshiri. You know what? It kind of sounds like that's funny. I'm not gonna don't worry. It's fine. Oshiri. It sounds like it has to do with butt.
Sekijun
Kijun. Oops.
Sekijun
性格。
性格。
経路
経路。
妻、
Uma.
困難、
Onnan.
仏教
Mukyo. How do you scriptures? Teachings? How do you do that? Oh no, wait. Oh, this might just be that that's an easier way to explain that. It's fine. What?
系
Yeah. That's a good burn. Okay.
50音順
50音順 Okay. Uh,
指圧
指圧
有罪、
有罪
難しい、
難しい Oops.
犯人、
犯人
臭い
はい
3個、
3個
犯罪、
犯罪
年代順、
年代順OK
機械、
はい
余震
余震
地区
地区 Oh, that's I know what that one is actually. Huh. Still some Japanese that I know. Huh. Yeah, I guess that would be scattered. We still got one or two more items from what JLPT 2 and 3. Okay.
無害、
Okay. Did this change? Seems like something that could change. No. What? Oh. Wait. Oh, it could. Oh, what? Wait, what? Oh, I keep. Ah! oh. I keep typing the wrong thing.
実在
Oh, that needed some help on my typing. I keep typing guy instead of zai. Existence still.
論理
Lonely. Okay.
帽子
Oh shit. Same difference. Huh.
機器
E. E. Okay.
生まれる
Alrighty. Uh. Okay, I need use. Okay, so to cover. What am I covering? I can use he. Oh,
かぶる
kaburu.
Akumu
Akumu.
大きい順
Okijun. I feel like this is fine. Oh no, it's not fine. Did I come up with anything for this? I don't remember. Huh. We have... And we have xylophone. Oh,
罪
Simi. Yes. Yes, we do have something for that. Oh, this is a burn. Right? Oh no. This is a burn that I'm not too sure anymore. Why do I want to write... Okay. Oh, this is a weak one. We might retroactively add a mnemonic for this. It goes with all the weak stuff. Yoiru, that's not right. Yeah, this is definitely a burn. No? Oh, wait. Oh, no, it's not. Oh,
用いる
mochiru. This is a questionable burn. I wonder how many mochis we have. I think this might actually be the only mochi. Oh, there's still more to come. Yep. So we have nothing to res unless there's another mochi. So then I guess I'll res maybe a pair up or triple up. Yep, this is the only mochi. Dang. That'll explain why it's so weak. Let's make something first while we're on it. It does have mochi though. And they did end up using utilize, but they did not connect it with yo. Ooh. Ask and use. I often use or utilize use mochi yogurt to add some thickness. Let's just say to thicken shakes. Add all of them? Yes. Okay. Alright. Mochiru. What was this? To use this fine.
木
Eat. So now what are we up to? 10 week? Maybe 10-ish week burn out of possibly 400 now. So that's still below 10. That's still below 10%, right? Wait, and getting close to below 5%. It's roughly 10. I'm rounding up. Let's see. I thought about where I'm gonna get some extra practice on the burn items. Well, I'll talk about that closer to the August 8th, closer to August 7th. Let's see. Oh, is this distress? To be distressed? Did I write something for you? I did.
困る
Komaru. Yeah, having the if you learned something and you've committed to like if you committed a source, the primary, I think WaniKani requires to link back. The mnemonic should include all the things that precede it. It's not that big of a leap. Unfortunately, I'm not going to go back and do all of them myself. I'll just do ones for the trouble one. There, Bree. I think this is more of a consequence of streamlining and lowering the amount of things to know. But in my opinion, sometimes when you focus so much on streamlining and sufficiency, you focus on the bottom line, not the average. And in this case, I feel like it's still okay. The where they have it is sufficient enough that it's around the average, so people can remember two disjointed things. For myself, it's always a continuum. So in order to get like the 99.5%, I have to link from the first source. I don't want to not use information I already have. So the mnemonics work better for all the coons if I have an own attached to it. So all the reads are going to be attached together for the treble ones. How are you today, Bree? I'm doing pretty okay. Pretty okay. Nothing too crazy. I don't have any stories today. Well, I do have a story, but it's language learning story. Someone made a comment in the Discord, on the So to Speak Discord, that reflected a multi-generational, multinational diaspora person's point of view, which lines up with mine. Long story short, you know, the TLDR is that learning a language is not about restrictively translating or native supremacy. It's about integrating all the languages together and knowing how to interpret all the languages together. Kind of interesting. This person's parents or family were Spanish speakers who learned English, and then there's a Creole speaker in the family. And then they were interested in Japanese. And they gave like an anecdote that I typically refer to. You're doing alright, could be better. Discovered something today related to genealogy that was a bit upsetting. But other than that, you're okay? Oh, I see. Genealogy that is upsetting. Huh.
Shindo.
Yeah, this person made the comment, anecdote, that when their parents speak English, speak a different language, they can sometimes use the archetype of the more comfortable language in the structure, or by ignoring the structure of the target language, and it's still interpretable, which is another way to describe what I talk about a lot of times. When you're speaking multiple languages, you can either choose to keep them separate or you can integrate them. It increases your flexibility in understanding overall languages as opposed to trying to keep them distinctively separated so that you always have to code swap in a non-connected way. Like, oh, hey, wait, let me switch over to my Japanese brain kind of situation. That person was using Spanish and English as an example. I think it was like Ovide, they were using Ovidar with like an information. So they forgot the information, but they said it in an English format. While in Spanish it requires an indirect object, so they missed the se ovide. But even if you say ovide, just with context, you'll be able to know what the direct object is. That's a good example. It's kind of like Japanese, where if you somewhat drop particles here and there, it's still interpretable. And then in Chinese, my parents drop pronouns. So in English, they drop pronouns, which you can infer what the pronoun is. Just like in Chinese, where you can drop certain things. Let's see. Sai. The person was responding to another person who is learning Japanese and talked about their experiences, where they were very hyper focused and got feedback and whatnot, like from an internet crowd about whether they were accurate or not. And I'm like, hyper focusing on accuracy is not the same thing as focusing on precision and sufficiency. So basically, there's this newspaper that had archives from 1900 to 2025 on a newspaper website, and you can clip articles and whatnot. Well, you had probably thousands of articles over the course of the last 6 years, and today you notice they got rid of the newspapers. Oh, so you lost hundreds of obituary. Oh, I see. Interesting. They turn over, I guess they're, if you're saying they got rid of 1900 and 1921, it looks like they only have, they're only planning on keeping the last 100 years. Yeah, that would check out. They're grooming up to only the last 100 years. I wonder why that's the case.
参加
Okay. Roughly speaking. It's a little off by 4 years, but close enough. Whoops.
Nimaijita.
Nimaijita. Okay, so all right, so let's go with our mnemonic again. Commit a crime. Something about and something else commit crimes. Is it something else? It's akasu. No, it's not okasu. Oh wait,
犯す
okasu. Okasu. Oh, what did I write? Han believes committing crime is not okay. Oh, oka. I might change that. You think probably has something to do with the fact that those newspapers were free. Anything past 1922, you have to pay extra to view. Oh, okay. Public domain stuff? Oh, that could be something related. And oka for okay. Han believes committing crime is not oka. Okay. That one's a little weak. We'll see how well that lasts.
血圧
Tetsuatsu.
予防
Yobo.
暑い
The
論文
Ronbun.
芋
Imo.
地震
Ishin. And then how does this work? Belief? use. I still don't have this. Oh, wait, no. Belief, use. I thought it was that. I guess not. What else could it be? I can't imagine this is a burn, but it could be a burn. Kind of early enough. This has yo in it, right? It's pretty. Twitch will not stop buffering no matter what you do, so I guess YouTube is it for today. Oh, I wonder why Twitch is doing that. It's not buffering on my end at the moment. Interesting. Buffer. Yo. There's no way this is a burn. I don't agree. So belief, ask, trust, probably trust. Okay, yeah, and it's not. Okay, so we need another thing here. It's not the read, it's an extended meaning. So when someone believes in your task, it means that they have a lot of trust and credibility. Okay. Let's throw in some stuff. I believe the task is to make use of okay, I believe the task is to use to eat yogurt Sheen. I could use Sheen to promote to, or I could use Shin. Sheen. I could use Sheen or Shin here. If you you should task yourself to eat one. I believe the task of eating yogurt regularly restores the sheen in skin. Okay, let's see. Yo sheen, right? Okay, yo sheen. Believe, ask. Trust. Trust me. I believe the task of eating yogurt regularly restores the sheen in skin. Alright, that's good enough. This one's not an old one, so good. It's 332. Let's grab these three. Okay, what do we have here? What in the actual
Jinsei.
I might want to write. This is a burn, but I actually want to write. No, that's fine. Well, Every life has genes. Yeah, no, that still works actually. It's fine. Uh-oh. That's the onyomi. What is the onyomi? The onyomi for stone? Oh, wait. Is this a burn? I think this might be a burn. Oh, no. It can't be a burn. This is too soon. The onyomi for stone. I thought it was... Huh. I thought it was cheap, but I guess not. Onyomi for stone. Where have I used? Oh, wait. Oh, I almost had it. It's gone. No, I lost it. Dang. Chugging your way through season 6 now, about halfway through. Oh, okay. I think I'm at the end of season 6. I did like the change of locations. I thought it was kind of humorous that they, oh no, this has got to be a burn, right? It's Seki. Why is it Seki? Oh, sexy. Oh no. Seki is a really weak one. Yeah. I thought it was kind of humorous that they implied that the guys went to New York briefly. The guys went through New York briefly, but they clearly filmed in either California. They clearly filmed a lot of things still in California when they did the New York episode, because those aren't New York places. There might be one or two like cutouts of New York, like film stuff, but when they were doing the scenes, it was clearly not New York. it reminded me of your standard warehouse on top of a Californian warehouse. They were still in California. It was fairly clear. Like, to me, the rooftops of California are not the same as the rooftops of the way the rooftops work of New York. So what they did was they green screened a rooftop in California and then put in the background like a bridge, New York City in the background. What do I think about the whole Red John storyline? Did you remember the sheriff guy from the second episode of season 1? Yeah, I did. That's the sheriff guy. He didn't only come up then, but yeah. Yeah, it was interesting. I think it was okay. It was interesting how they handled it, I suppose, and then they just kind of move on. I think what is one of the not as engaging part of the show, I would say one of the biggest weakness of the show is that there isn't contiguous or coherent weight to the Red John thing. So the Red John thing came and went. It was okay. I mean, all the usual suspects were there. It's interesting that they decided to weigh it on most of the supporting characters, make it nebulous. I mean, it feels nebulous because they don't have. It's an episodic show that did not have a consistent pacing on doing the Red John thing. It's to the point where I was kind of haphazardly thinking they were just gonna pull another Psych until season 7, like just continue 6 to 7. But instead, they do wrap-ups. So season 6 and season 7 feels like a epilogue. They're epiloguing now. Lots of your epilogue stuff. The location change is wonderful, though. I think it was okay, but I didn't watch The Mentalist for Retchan. I think Retchan is one of the weakest aspects of the show. Everything else is pretty excellent. I think that fits the design or the approach that they have. I think Retchan was come and go. A lot of people are upset because they made this huge deal of how Jane shook the guy's hand, but if you go back to season 1 when they first met, nowhere did they actually shake hands on scene. I see. Yeah, I don't. There was a lot of misdirection, lots of red herring, but ultimately, I think the show, the Red John thing, felt like a MacGuffin. It's not a MacGuffin, of course. It's not a MacGuffin, but because of the nature that 80 to 90% of the show is not related to that, in the sense of it acts as a MacGuffin. Having the closure was nice in season 5, and then the epilogue, which is season 6 and season 7, is you're having side missions. Your side missions are being closed up, so all the plot holes are being closed up in the guise of the new situation. I still need to keep moving, so let's keep moving. I think Red John is probably the weakest part of the Mentalist for myself, largely because it did not work well mechanically or intrinsically with the format of the show. I think having a separate, like if you distilled and moved all the Red John things to season 6 and season 7, and just have season 6 and 7 stand alone as an epilogue to all the other things, might actually make it a weightier and have the ability for them to write transitions and stuff. But there weren't too many transitions. Like, for example, La Roche just randomly dies in season 6, episode 14 or 13. So they're closing up all the plot holes while closing up all the characters' arcs as well. Like LaRoche just dips. I felt that was a bit painful. That was a bit. It kind of reminds me of season 4 of Star Trek Enterprise when they killed off a character, but then the show just ends there. Yeah. So it was okay. I think Red John was Red John. It's very difficult to, how I say, it did not meet the momentum that the first retcon did all of a sudden. So instead of leaving with a very poetic shock or a crossing the line situation, it felt more like everything just played out as it should. The cinematography was really good when they showed him finally commit the crime of ending Red John's life. But yeah, you remember that you haven't quite got to that episode to refresh yourself in a little details, but you remember the first time being a little shocked they killed off LaRoche. Yeah. Like, he just bit it. Oh, and I found out that, like, it was an acting suggestion. I still really like the LaRoche actor. When he was doing his rapid eye movement stuff, I thought that was interesting. It was a very interesting take. But anyways, I think Red John is Red John. I even think the portrayal of the Red John character, it's fine. I don't know. There wasn't much to it other than it happened. Well, what I'm saying is it's less Moriarty than it is any other case. So the series, when they finally resolved the stuff, it felt like it might even had less impact than the series that throughout the series having 2 or 3 episodes about a very specific character, right? Like what's her name is ever haunting. She's still alive, I think. I don't remember her name, but the one that's in jail still, and then the unceremonious execution of the other girl who was going after Red John too. So all those characters get killed off unceremoniously, and I didn't expect Red John to be any different, and that's how it turned out. Well, the rabbit eye were because the actor himself was diagnosed. It wasn't something he could really control. That's not my comment. That had nothing to do with my comment. My comment was that the character itself was written that way as well. So it wasn't the idea that he was acting the character. The character was written with that in it. So despite he was diagnosed or not, he was written with that as a part of the character. At least that's what I've come to understand from the casting. So if he was diagnosed with that, well, they didn't have to cast him. So, and yes, his rapid eye movement is something that I noticed in House, which was beforehand. Also, something really interesting is this is Pascal, Pedro Pascal. This is his role before his Narcos role. So I don't know if it's Mentalist is what made him a detective eventually, but this is the role before he became Narcos' lead. So, and that's the new like FBI arc, the epilogue. But Pedro Pascal showed up, and I'm like, oh, okay, this must be right before he picked up Narcos as his 3-year stint in Narcos. Narcos started right when Mentalist ended. So Mentalist ends in 2015, and then Narcos, the first season of Narcos was aired in 2015. So somewhere along the lines, he exited out of Mentalist and then started recording and acting for Narcos, and then Narcos was aired. It lines up pretty well. I don't know when Mandalorian was. Then I think it was just Mandalorian after. Was Mandalorian after? Let's see. It's so hard to find time. 2019. Yes, Mandalorian was after, and the rest was history, right? So then he bounced from Narcos into the Mandalorian for television. He obviously showed up a lot on movies and whatnot. So this must be the earliest time I've ever seen Pedro Pascal, actually. Hang on. Have I seen anything earlier? Let's see. What was his earliest? What is the earliest work I've ever seen him? I thought it was kind of funny that Pedro Pascal showed up as a detective of all things. Why isn't there like a convenient list of his roles on this? Okay. These are films, right? Okay. So I did not see any Pedro Pascal thing before on film before his role. Oh, he was on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Actually, I don't remember that at all. Oh, NYPD Blue. Okay, he had like one episode. Showed up in Law and Order. I don't watch Law and Order. Oh, right, that's right. He did have a recurring role on The Good Wife. Wow, he had a lot of things. But the earliest, oh, that's right. He was on Burn Notice as well. I think The Good Wife was the last time, the earliest. And then this would be then The Mentalist. And then Narcos. And The Mandalorian. Big dude, big dude. I still haven't watched Last of Us, so there's that. Yeah, I like, at least that's what I thought they did. I don't know if it's intentional or not. For the rapid eye movement thing. You remember him from Law and Order? He was like on three different Law and Orders. Apparently he was. So he was no stranger to playing a detective, right? Like or being involved in detective shows. I think if it isn't Last of Us, which I haven't seen, apparently is really excellent. I think the strongest performance I've ever seen was not Mandalorian, obviously. It was definitely Narcos. Narcos is how Pedro Pascal became a actor that I'm like, oh, hey, that's Pedro Pascal. Like when Mandalorian came on, I was like, why does this guy sound like Pedro Pascal? And then it turns out it was Pedro Pascal. I'm not sure if they ever. It was like a thing because the Mandalorian had that whole mask issue, like the actor always had a mask on. And so when I was watching it, I didn't watch, I don't typically watch like popular things based on who is in it, who's going to be in it. I watch them, then I figure out who the people are. And the moment he spoke, I'm like, I feel like I've heard this for hundreds of hours. Like, oh yeah, that's got to be him, right? Oh wait, and let's not forget like Game of Thrones, right? Game of Thrones. His momentary, he showed up for one episode. It was it 2 episodes? It might have been just one episode. His gruesome. He played the Red Viper in Game of Thrones. And now, because of Game of Thrones, I would say it's probably because of Game of Thrones why he's on Last of Us. Because HBO has both of those. Very neat. Like Pedro is like everywhere now. He's like that actor that is cast in all the bigwigs. Disney and HBO being two gigantic ones, right? Netflix. So he has the big three. Or at least three of the like five, but the biggest three would be like Warner Brothers. But yes, Netflix, HBO, and Disney in his resume. Narcos is Netflix's exclusive, right? And then we have Last of Us and Last of Us because these are main roles. and then Disney was Mandalorian. So he has 3 main roles across 3 major networks. Is he in an Amazon Prime show yet? It's like eventually he has to end up on an Amazon Prime show. Let's see if Pedro Pascal has any lead. He's probably the biggest. And it's fun to see him before his super. Let's see if he has any main roles in. There's a movie coming out on Prime. Or maybe this already came out. I don't think this did too well. Oh no, wait, it did okay. Did it come out? Oh no. This is a minor role. Like a minor film thing. It was called Prospect. But I think you know where I think he's gonna end up showing up at some point? He's gonna hear me out. I have a random thought. It hasn't been announced yet and all that stuff, but there is a high chance that Pedro is going to play a Space Marine person opposite Henry Cavill when Amazon presents Warhammer 40k. That's probably a possibility. Amazon has this weird relationship right now with sci-fi and fantasy, investing in sci-fi and fantasy, and there are really big titles that kind of got. I recently watched something, and that's why I recently caught up with Wheel of Time, and I found out that it got canceled by Amazon. But the Ring of Power, the 3rd season's coming out soon, and I have a feeling it might also get canceled. But there's also still the Warhammer thing, which it feels like Amazon's having a struggle on figuring out where their fantasy and their sci-fi is going. I don't know if Netflix is doing all right in that front. Netflix is doing incredibly well though with the adaptation of other trends like anime, especially Japanese hosted anime, and Korean. I think they have a huge foothold in that. Disney not so much, and HBO and Disney is doing their own thing, of course. Anyways, hobby talk. All right, let's review this and then move along. Yeah, so I don't expect too much. I think the Retcon thing was good. I still feel that most of the time it's a MacGuffin, where it's like, oh, it's there, and then you need to end it. So Retcon has a moment of weakness, right? And one of the things that I have a bit of a reservation about when it comes to Retcon is like, why now? Why did he screw up now? He was made into a MacGuffin, as in he's untouchable, and they kept building and using that excuse as an untouchable because he might as well be a MacGuffin. And because of that, any wrap up or vulnerability or how he is wrapped up is going to be not reflective of that. So he becomes humanized, but he was rarely ever humanized until that one episode. You know, until the end, he became humanized. And that is very rarely coherent or satisfactory compared to someone the show entirely made into like this ethereal being kind of situation. Meanwhile, you have a show that focuses on humanizing and showing weakness of someone who is incredibly intellectual. So Sherlock with Moriarty, for example, is one. Even Magnuson had humanizing. So there was often just a very lack of interaction between Retcon and the rest of the cast to make him be anywhere satisfactory by the end. Although one thing that is interesting is they ended early, which makes me think that maybe season 5 was half of season 5 was like they were unsure they were gonna continue the show. So that's interesting. It feels like half of season 5 or season 6, sorry, season 6, half of season 6, and then season 6 and on was like the Mentalist Austin, Texas, you know, the Mentalist Texas, as opposed to like the Mentalist canon, the base. It's kind of like Law and Order or like NCIS, where you have like NCIS Vegas, and Narcos did the same thing. Like Narcos is Narcos, but then there's Narcos Mexico, right? It's just the different brand. They just relocate, maybe even start with an entirely different cast kind of situation. So refreshing, I guess. Refreshing at the least. I think it's a very enjoyable entertainment. Do I remember all the cases? Absolutely 100% not. I do not remember all the details. All the 2-3 character arcs were exceptional. I think his that Red John defect, the girl, was exceptional, but of course, like Mentalist, she was unceremoniously removed. Every time there's a female intellectual counterpart, it's very strong. The writing is incredibly strong, and I think they rival Red John, since Red John is a MacGuffin most of the time. Like the beach episode, when they after Red John arc, he was in a Spanish place, a Spanish speaking place, and they introduced the new female FBI agent. That was very strong, and now she's part of it. Like, she's more part of it than Red John was. So I'm not sure how much I like that part. Again, for myself personally, it's probably the part that doesn't really bring down the show at all. I think the normal activities of the show is really sufficient. It's very comfortable. A very above average writing across the board. Not exceptional, but above average. It was very consistent so far. I'm very interested in what happens, how they wrap up the show. Alright, let's do our momos. Fly, Mona Lisa, Flood, Mole, Righteousness, Explosion. Then let's do our re's. Okay. Kon. Kon Sai. I. Ritsu. Ritsu. I. Guy. Yo. None. I. You. Shin. Shiri. I. I. Kaku. Sa. Oh wait, Sa is, yeah, Sa is Kun. En, Gen, Ho, Matsu, Zai, Mu, San, O sa atsu sai I an zai o ron. Eh. Do we have any? No, we were good today. It was good. Very good. Yeah, we'll have to talk about a wrap up. Like, were you satisfied with the Red John stuff? Free? Like, did you like the Red John thing? I think the how it concluded was really good. I mean, it's as good as any as other standalone 2 to 3 arc stuff. I feel like all the little like bits and pieces that led to that did not contribute to it. It's like really disjointed from it. But the 2 or 3 episodes elevated it to all the other 2 or 3 micro arc stuff. Like I was most definitely infatuated or very interested in how they devoted to maybe 4 or 5 different characters that were temporary. Which is what they're doing now with the Austin, the FBI arc. Alright folks, that's a wrap for WaniKani today. If you're gonna watch this later, arigatou gozaimasu. Until then, right, you're always welcome to follow along, pick up WaniKani for yourself, give it a try. Always welcome to talk about other things, you know, interesting things, catching up on TV shows. Always nice to partake, share some experiences, exchange some interests, right? Always welcome to do that. Up for a good yap session. Otherwise, for those who are only interested in WaniKani and Japanese, minasan mata ne. Right? I'll see you guys next time. Ite kurete arigato. And thanks for watching. I'm gonna get up, walk around, take a quick bathroom break, and I'll be back for Hanzahiro. Thank you.